Hey YouTube, this is the American Samurai coming to you once again almost live small tiny USA back here with another comic review. I am doing a re-review of this book because apparently either they didn't like the way I had it labeled or I wasn't using some sort of terminology that they didn't like. I don't know. So I'm hoping this video won't get taken down. We're looking at The Shield. These are reprints of the 1940s comic originally published by Archie Comics, starring Joe Higgins, a superpowered government agent. Works for the Federal Bureau of Investigation and sometimes is called to fight crimes during the era of just before World War II. Most of his crime fighting deals with spies and saboteurs, but later on in the series it is basically rebooted because in the beginning of the series it mentions that his powers come from his costume. But later on he's given a more in-depth origin story. So, and actually explains what the shield stands for. Because the shield is an anagram for not just his name, but also something else that I'm not going to go into. Like I said, the shield is like multiple heroes that have taken up the mantle of the shield, both in the Archie universe and in the DC Comics universe. Now, as I was saying, it does flash back to later. We get a more in-depth origin of the shield, and it puts him basically in the role of a rookie just joining the FBI. He has a partner, goes on adventures and all kinds of stuff. Whereas the original comics actually have the shield as I think he had been installed in there way before he had got ever set. I guess what would be at that time present, and then they flash back to the past. I'm not 100% sure how the reboot thing works in that world. But even though these are older stories done about in the 1940s, they do a really enjoyable comics. I really liked it. This reprints the Shield from stories Pip Comics issues 1 through 5 and Shield and Wizard Comics 1 through 3. Overall, I really enjoyed this series. Even though they're older comics from the Golden Age, they're still pretty good if you can find the book. I highly recommend picking it up. This is a 5 out of 5 for me. I'm sorry I'm putting as much emotion as I can. I'm just hoping I'm doing this review right and it won't get taken down again. So, yeah. Until next time, this is American Samurai saying sayonara.